We start with 1 hour chart. We want to see how we can look at the chart, whether we can look for trade or not. Anyway, as we can see, based on 1 hour chart, still we are within the correction relative to this. All right. That's why in my last analysis, since the price was within here, I mentioned with one move up with the breakout of the previous top, we can expect the price to drop. Anyway, as we can see, this correction turned to a more complex correction. And in this case, we start with daily chart. We want to see how we can look at the chart. And again, if we refer to our analysis, we have been looking for buy. If we refer to my last analysis, I mentioned if the price cannot break 0.67, any reversal, we will take it. Okay. But as we can see from there, after we get this sharp move, the ways move is very corrective. And as long as the price haven't broke 1.2, still we can consider this one can turn into more complex correction, because with the breakout of 1.2, this is where we can confirm whether this is the start of the up move or not. That means as any trade, as long as the price haven't break 1.2, we consider as a short-term trade. We need to have a proper management. And because if we move to forward chart, from what we can see here, most of the chart we have a similar movement. We can put this correction relative to this. That means technically we can expect to get one more drop. And if we get one more drop, then from there we want to see whether this is the start of the down move, or we can expect this one turn to flat. Then, if this one turn to flat, any reversal from there for buy, we will take it. This is the best possibility we can look for. Okay. By the way, this is the best possibility if you want to look for long term, because if we get one more drop, then this is where we are looking. We want to see whether we can get this flat or not. All right. Anyway, we want to see how we can look for trade, whether there is a possibility to look for trade within this correction. Okay. In that case, what we're looking for, we're looking for this one as a three waves in relative to this. That's mean this bigger one, it turns to flat in relative to the first move. And now we want to see whether we can consider this one as a last at the first correction, third. Then from there, may we get one more drop in relative to this, and this one turn to bigger correction. Then any reversal from there, we will take the trade. This is the best if we get, and if we want to look for the long-term trade. But beside that, we want to see whether we can look for buy from here or not, because still we can expect this one in relative to this correction for one move up. That's mean if we get any trade from here for the short term in relative to this move, we will take it. Okay. Then how to look for this trade? As I mentioned, most of the chart they have a similar movement. The only way is to put our entry at the this top, which is somewhere around 1.071. Okay. And what we want in case the price sharply continue from here. And if this one drops some more with the breakout of the previous low, then from there we can shift our entry above this one. As we can see, it's near to each other. There is no much difference. That's why we can have entry above this. But we should know that if we want to put our entry above the here, which is 1.01, 1.071, what we want the continuation as a sharp move. We want the price tag, break, and continue. Okay. And if you want to look for the target as a take profit, we put our fib here. The first level is 27, which is somewhere around 1.09, following by 67%, 61%, which is somewhere around 1.12. This is where we can look for the next target. As a target, I mean, for the take profit from this move. Anyway, this is the only way we can look for trade, and this is a short-term trade. And we should know that if the price tag, we want to see the continuation with a sharp move. And when the price tag 1.092, this is where that's mean the first target. This is where we move our stop loss to break even if we can, because as I mentioned, simply the price can tag the top and drop, because this is what we're looking for, what we're expecting. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.